I believe that the best thing about meal prepping is not that it saves time and money, which it does a lot. It's the fact that you can eat much healthier without relying on how much time and patience you have throughout the week. I've been making this meal prep almost every week for the past year or so. If you want to enjoy this colorful bowl every day without getting bored, let's get started. I wash small sweet potatoes under water to remove any dirt, then prick them evenly with a fork. Transfer them to the air fryer and roast for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're soft. I soaked quinoa for 3 hours to make it easier to digest, highly recommended for sensitive stomachs and to prevent bloating. After soaking, I drain and rinse it well. Let it dry slightly, then transfer it to a rice cooker with salt and pepper for seasoning. One of my favorite things to make is this cheesy sauce. I love creamy, cheesy flavors, but avoid buying processed cheese and spreads. This sauce comes out amazing and can be used on pizzas, toasts, or over sweet potatoes, which is usually how I use it. I store the sauce in a jar and it lasts up to a week in the fridge. For something sweet, I make date bites. I cut each date in half and slightly flatten each half with a spoon or my hand, especially in the center. On the inner side of each piece, I spread a small amount of natural peanut butter up to half a teaspoon. Then I place a hazelnut in the center. You could also use a peanut, almond, pecan, whatever you like. I press the nuts lightly into the date and fold the edges over like a little taco. I place them on a small plate or tray lined with parchment paper. Then I put them in the freezer and move on to the next step. I melt dark chocolate. This time I use 72%, but you can use more or less depending on your preference. When it's almost fully melted, I stir and add almond flour and and peanut butter, heating for a few more seconds until everything is fully combined. Once combined, I gradually fold in puffed quinoa. You could also use chopped pecans, another nut, or skip it entirely and just coat the dates in chocolate. After the coating is mixed, I take the dates out of the freezer and dip each one in the chocolate, gently shaking off the excess to make sure there's enough for all the dates. I sprinkle a pinch of salt on each date, then freeze for 10 minutes, followed by chilling in the fridge for about an hour until set. So it's been a while since I last posted a video. I just wanted to address it and say that I also talked about it in the last video I posted. I've been struggling mentally. Yeah, this is not something that is new to me. I have these times that everything feels a bit heavier and I have difficulty to just put myself on the camera. This not because I don't want to do this, just because I feel it's not something that I comfortable with. I was focused on this ebook I'm trying to make. It's about low food map recipes for people struggling with IBS and bloating. So this really took a bunch of my time and effort and creativity. For now, I will be less consistent. And also, I just wanted to say thank you for supporting my channel and thank you for reaching out and commenting, asking how I'm doing and hoping that I am well or better. And I am better now. It took some time, but sometimes it takes less time. Sometimes it can be longer, and it is what it is. And I'm so grateful and happy that I have my support. I have my partner, and I have Grace. And yeah, I feel like just this cold and tough winter in Berlin got to me, and just sometimes we have, I know, these times we reflect more on our life and we just get into this and depression and anxiety. All this time I've been thinking about something like the best thing for me to getting out of this rut is cooking. I feel like it's the one thing that's always makes me a lot more happier. It fulfills my needs in so many aspects. Like I got this understanding that it's so valuable sharing content and sharing recipes to give other people these tools and ways to make themselves feel better. and to make them take care of themselves. If you're someone who struggles mentally, physically, health wise in any way or financially, first of all, I really hope you will feel better as soon as possible. And I will try to make you feel better through this channel. Like, hopefully. It's a big thing to say that I am doing, but like I feel this is really my goal, to make other people feel better and be vegans. So, or eat more vegan foods. Yeah, I just wanted to get it off my chest and share this with you, and I really hope you stick around. And yeah, thank you for listening, and let's get back to the video. Next up is a protein mix. I start by cutting mushrooms into quarters and placing them in a large bowl. Then I cut almonds in half or smaller. You can leave the almonds out of the mix and use leftover sauce from the other ingredients after transferring them to a baking tray, adding the almonds separately a few minutes before finishing to keep them crunchier. Next is the tofu. I used smoked tofu because it's the only one I had, but any firm tofu works. I tear it into bite-sized pieces and add it to the bowl. I add red beans. You can also use black beans, chickpeas, or any legumes you like. I used canned beans, so I rinse them well, drain, and add them to the bowl. The marinade is very simple: soy sauce, lots of za'atar, paprika, baharat, and a touch of maple syrup for sweetness. I mix everything well until all the ingredients are coated. I transfer the mixture to a tray lined with parchment paper and bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes, stirring after 10 minutes. If adding almonds separately, add them in the last 10 minutes. The next component in the Buddha bowl is actually tahini sauce. I add it to almost everything during the week: bowls, salads. It's very simple to make and highly nutritious. Tahini is considered a superfood and helps strengthen bones, balance cholesterol, support heart health, and many more. I like it very tangy and with a salad dressing consistency. For breakfast, I really enjoy overnight oats. They're great for several days and even better over time. I also like adding chia seeds, which gives omega-3, fiber, protein, and more. Add powders you like: matcha powder, cacao powder, nut butters. Sweeten as desired. It's very filling, which is important to me for breakfast since I eat around 8 a.m. and the next meal would be my lunch at 12. Any yogurt or plant-based milk you like works here. This quantity makes 3 to 4 servings and keeps well in the fridge for about 4 days. I said fringe. Once the chocolate on the date bites had set, I transfer them. They keep well for a week or so. After the quinoa and protein mix have cooled, I also move them to the fridge. They're good for a week as well. When serving, I cut the sweet potato in half, top it with the cheesy sauce and bake or air fry for 5 minutes until the sauce browns slightly. I love Buddha balls, so the base is quinoa topped with chopped vegetables. I like combining fresh veggies with it, but you can also eat the protein mix with quinoa and sweet potato as a hot meal. I also really enjoy using herbs. In my previous video, I showed how I set up this hydroponic system. It's wonderful and I'm so happy with it. I really have lots of fresh herbs growing. I sprinkle the baked mix over the vegetables, then place the slightly cooled roasted sweet potato on top. Finally, I drizzle the prepared healthy sauce full of tahini over everything. It's very good. I don't know, it's something so fun about this dish. Look at the sweet potato. So nice. I like to eat overnight oats with fruit, mainly berries and strawberries and kiwi for Guy. Today I also added coconut flakes, which was really nice, plus some nuts, a bit more almond butter and hemp seeds. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm so happy I got to share these recipes with you, and thank you so much for watching. See you soon.